Remember when I was like, I'm pretty sure a Wollywog is supposed to fall from the sky at some point during the Citadel of Spiders? I think this is the floor I was thinking of instead, meaning we might have some trouble coming up here. By the way, the honey wisps also count in terms of actually getting sprays, in terms of their little eggs that they carry. And we also have these little enemies here that sometimes appear out of the eggs. If I could have defeated more, that might have been a little bit better, but actually wasn't able to react fast enough because of the electricity. I didn't have purple Pikmin in the active party, so that definitely slowed things down a little bit. So this is why we have a lot of red Pikmin for this. We need to get some more purple Pikmin. But yeah, we need a ton by the end of this, so yeah, as soon as you see a purple Candy Pop Bud, you will want to use it, because, yeah, if you're trying to complete the game, the number of purple Pikmin you need is kind of ridiculous, given how hard they are to actually find. In a way, it's actually kind of cool, but it also leads to some redundancy, which we'll go over a little bit later. There's a specific way to very easily get purple Pikmin, and it's actually pretty easy, but it's also really annoying. But again, that's a ways off until we get to that point. In the meantime, let's get some nectar for these purple Pikmin. Like so. So yeah, now we have 40 purple Pikmin for this dungeon, which is probably overkill, but we should be able to show off something kind of cool by having so many purple Pikmin for this. I'm trying to tread a little bit lightly here, not because of the electricity, but again, I think a Wollywog drops out of the ceiling somewhere here, so I would rather not be surprised by that. Especially if it happens to be where there are a ton of anode beetles, so fighting a Wollywog around electricity does not sound like my favorite thing in the world to do. We also have a glint beetle. This is what I keep confusing the flint beetle with. It's actually kind of difficult to hit, but the glint beetles do carry treasures, so they are worth defeating. They also don't drop sprays or nectar, they immediately disappear as soon as you defeat them. So yeah, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Or am I completely confusing this with a different cavern again? I'm really starting to wonder now, because I could have sworn it was this one if it wasn't the other one. Anyway, we have the Crystal King for 110 Pokos. There is still a treasure here, so maybe I'm not misremembering entirely. But now we have the fun task of actually finding it. Let's head over here. The radar does seem to be going off right about here, so yes, I actually was remembering correctly. This is a little bit awkward. I am going to try to defeat the anode beetles, or at least one of them, with the purple Pikmin, which might be a mistake, and then worry about the Wollywog in a moment. Actually, this one moved far enough away that actually wouldn't probably be too big of a problem, but still, to have a safer fight here, let's defeat that. This is actually just a Wollywog, not a yellow Wollywog. These tend to prefer dark places, like the Forest Navel in the first game. Rather than the yellow Wollywogs that prefer more like, tropical climates, like the Perplexing Pool or the Distant Spring, originally. So let's carry back this little coin very quickly. Again, the white Pikmin are great for carrying things back. Definitely the best for that, again, so even if there's no poison, they're still very helpful. And this is the Unknown Merit for 100 Pokos. So now we're done here, but the question is... Oh, there it is. I was just going to say, where's the exit? If you've been thinking so far that this doesn't seem that bad, sub-level 5 is when things start to get a little bit more exciting, to put it nicely. Terrifying, to put it less nicely. So we have some more dwarf orange bulborbs. We also have another adult orange bulborb. But we also have some other issues with this floor that make it a little bit complicated to navigate. I'm going to have all the Pikmin in that corner for reasons that might be apparent later on. In the meantime, let's very carefully make our way through this sub-level. My best advice would be to kind of stay on your toes with this, because a lot can actually go wrong here if you're not expecting things to actually happen. We actually stunned both Bulborbs there, which was great. Alright, nothing here, just making sure. Also, I know I've been kind of, mixed on the, cavern music so far. This is actually a really good song in my opinion. It's very adventurous, and I like it a lot. Am I actually having another situation where I'm confusing this with a different sublevel? Nope, this is the one. We have bombs dropping from the ceiling. It was just a conspicuously long time between each bomb, so I was like, am I misremembering? And the answer is no, this is definitely as scary as I remember it being. The worst time is when you try to carry something back, and then a bomb drops, because then you have to quickly call all the Pikmin back in time and hope they don't get stuck on the treasure while trying to actually get back to you. I would not be shocked if that's what happens literally right now. There we go, just as described. Luckily, it dropped quickly enough that we were able to react fast to that. No big deal there. But yeah, this place is actually very, very scary, and the next floor, in some ways, is actually worse, believe it or not. So yeah, I feel like this game has very inconsistent difficulty scaling. Some floors are really difficult, others are actually not that bad. This is definitely one of the scarier floors, even though we actually only saw one bomb, which is kind of unusual. And worth 50 Pokos, we have the Anxious Sprout. And it looks like we're done here, and we're good to go. In general, I almost feel like one of my problems in terms of making a Let's Play is actually remembering what's what in this game. So one of my biggest issues so far has simply been remembering what sub-level is the bad one, which one has this enemy, which one has that enemy, which one has bombs, which one has a different obstacle, which we'll probably be seeing in this sub-level. So it gets really confusing actually, because a lot of the sublevels across different caverns actually kind of have a very similar look, and tend to kind of blend together after a while. So yeah, that has actually been somewhat challenging, is simply keeping everything straight, because of just how similar everything can look at times. So this floor definitely can go wrong very quickly. We have a ton of orange Bulborbs, and we have another obstacle as well, which we'll be dealing with probably soon. I hope I'm able to actually react to it fast enough. Try to take out both orange Bulborbs right away, so they don't cause problems in the future. We also have a bunch of dwarf Bulborbs as well, along with more Dweevils. Again, not too scary though with purple Pikmin. There's the exit. So now we have the fun part. Let's actually head back over here. A lot of times I end up using white Pikmin for this. Again, this treasure is actually partially visible, Like, you actually don't need to bury or to uncover it with white Pikmin, but I still recommend using white Pikmin to unearth things in dungeons like this. Because, again, things can kind of go wrong very quickly, like if a bomb drops. I could have sworn something else was supposed to happen on this floor, and so far it hasn't actually happened, and there it is. Again, sometimes they just try to sneak up on you with these, where it's like, as soon as you unearth it, then a bomb drops. Like, you think, oh, you're fine, and then there's the bomb. I could have sworn something else was supposed to happen, though, in addition to that bomb. Like, I thought there was another thing that was, like, supposed to fall from the ceiling, but I didn't see it at all. I might actually look around a little bit in this cave just to see if I can activate this event, just to show it off. Next up is a skull worth 140 Pokos called the Colossal Fossil. Really quickly, let's actually look over here, just to see what's over here, to be honest. Because all the treasures were actually on that other side. Oh, there are more of these enemies. Too bad I have no Pikmin with me. But just to say what I was expecting, I thought boulders were supposed to fall on this floor, but again, I must be thinking of a totally different cavern that has a similar aesthetic, but like different hazards. But yeah, some caverns do have things like boulders falling from the ceiling suddenly, but I guess it's not this floor. I have no clue which sublevel and which cavern I was even thinking of, so that's something to look forward to in the future whenever we do get to that point. I say that, but watch a boulder fall and completely catch me off guard as soon as I'm no longer expecting one. There is like a shadow and a sound cue when a boulder starts to fall, so you're not completely, like, you do have some time to react, but it is actually very sudden. In any case, we have the Eternal Emerald Eye, worth 150 Pokos. And that takes care of another sublevel. I'll be honest, I am actually amazed by how smoothly this area went. Again, maybe it was because I was expecting boulders when there apparently aren't any, or I just got really good luck and the boulders didn't actually spawn at really bad times, and instead I just got bombs. I might double check that, like, check to see if boulders can appear if I just got really good luck. But we're not out of the woods yet. We have two very familiar looking ice stalks if you played Pikmin 1. And we also don't have bombs to deal with this enemy, but we luckily do still have purple Pikmin, so let's give this a try. This is the Emperor Bulblax, the final boss of Pikmin 1, and kind of a pushover actually in Pikmin 2. My initial report indicates that the giant Bulblax spat out some sort of object. It looks fascinating, but it's drenched in that creature's internal juices. Disgusting! Oh, don't roll your eyes at me. I'll store it for you. Basically, if you toss purple Pikmin fast enough as it's emerging, you can basically one-cycle the fight. It is really easy, and it's kind of hilarious in a way, given that the Emperor Bulblax is, yeah, the final boss of Pikmin 1, and is a very difficult fight. It has all of its same attacks, like, you know, being able to eat Pikmin with its tongue. I actually don't know if it still has its jumping attack, partly because I almost never see the fight last long enough to find out. But yeah, in Pikmin 2, that's just how strong purple Pikmin are. Also, the boss is a regular boss now, so it is a little bit easier because of that as well. For 100 Pokos, we have the Forged Courage. This material has perplexing properties. I will try fusing it with the spare spacesuit. Processing complete. Success! Behold my latest invention, the Scorch Guard. Thanks to the heat-resistant alloy, the suit is now impervious to fire. Unlike a lot of final floors, we're actually not done yet. So similar to the Citadel of Spiders, there is still one more thing to find, but we actually do need the Scorch Guard to actually get it. But yeah, it is sort of funny how much of a pushover the Emperor Bulblax is. By the way, this is the water of this cavern, which is why technically it's not listed, even though there is water. It's not really a hazard because you don't have to worry about the water, you actually have to deal with the fire here. But with the Scorch Guard, we can safely go up this little ramp, up to this little clay figure. Then toss some red Pikmin up and they'll carry it back. Obviously, even if we had blue Pikmin, they wouldn't carry it through the water probably anyway because they'd have to get through the fire. So yeah, this is designed to not require blue Pikmin, even though, yeah, we kind of need blue Pikmin to get here. We actually don't, to be honest. Like, if you use the scales, you can actually reach this dungeon without blue Pikmin at all. It's just a lot easier by breaking the wall between the landing site and the cave entrance. But yeah, technically you don't even need blue Pikmin for this particular cavern in any capacity, but again, this does save a lot of time. So yeah, they're working on carrying this back. Louis is at the geyser, ready to go as soon as we get this treasure. And with that, we'll basically be done with the Bulblax Kingdom. Yeah, overall, this actually went shockingly well, to be honest. For 250 Pokos, we have the Gyroid Bust. I know it's based on an actual, like, type of figure, but obviously the name Gyroid definitely feels like an homage to Animal Crossing. I like how I left Louis at the exit and then ran all the way over here anyway. No joke, that might be the smoothest run of that cavern I've ever had. With our remaining time, let's actually build up some of our red Pikmin numbers because we used a lot in that cavern to get more purple Pikmin. In the meantime, with the yellow and white Pikmin, let's actually head over here and try to collect at least half of another spray. Because again, I would like to have a lot more than we currently have. There's also a flint beetle over here somewhere. Let's see if we can actually find it. I think we found it on the previous day, so it actually might not respawn. I've actually had problems with this flint beetle in the past, where I don't know it's there, and then it will actually, Pikmin will chase after them, even though a direct hit is the only way to actually defeat them, and that basically will cause Pikmin to run straight into the water over by the gate. So yeah, it's actually a good idea, especially when collecting the bulb here, to try to keep an eye on the Pikmin to make sure the white Pikmin don't chase a beetle into the water, because again, on a couple of practice attempts, I actually had that happen. I feel like I never elaborated, but I, again, haven't really played this version very much. I played about half of it on my own time, hence why challenge mode was unlocked on the title screen at the beginning of this playthrough. But that was just to kind of get used to some of the controls and some of the differences. But I didn't actually finish the Wii version. I have never finished the Wii version of this game, which means some of the later challenges might be kind of interesting. Wow, that's cutting it a little bit close, but we got all the berries in. Sadly, only 5 out of 10, but we definitely don't have time to do anything else today other than to either wait out the clock, or alternatively, we could end the day early, but it's like, there's only 3 seconds left. We might as well simply wait this out. And by completing yet another cavern and collecting a few overworld treasures, we have cleared 60% of the debt. I like how our numbers went up, but the red Pikmin number dropped because of all of the red Pikmin we used for purple Pikmin. So even by growing some more, we still ended with a net loss of red Pikmin in particular, but overall that's not too big of a deal. And as usual, just double checking, and we're still good to go here. Hello, I'm still on the lam from debt collectors. For the time being, I've decided to live under the bridge, but if they catch me, I don't know what they'll do to me. I really like how the end of day logs actually tell a story rather than like recapping events. It's just kind of cool to see what's happening, like on Hokotade during all this expedition. The president is actively trying to escape debt collectors. Also, one thing worth mentioning is on this screen, it actually does show all of the cave stats and the above ground stats. So we have not cleared out the Awakening Wood above ground treasures, and we still have one more cavern to find, which we'll hopefully be tackling next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Pikmin 2.